Hello my lovelies, and Happy New Year to you all, and welcome to my first video of 2018, which is absolutely insane. Can't believe it's 2018 already. I really hope this video goes well, because I've tried to film it 4 times and every single time I film it something goes wrong. So if something goes wrong this time, tough, it's going up. So if there are any noises from toddler or I mess up, sorry, that's just how this video is going to be. But anyway, today I am doing my December favourites, obviously because it's the beginning of January, so it's favourites time, and yeah, I have quite a few things to talk to you about, so I'm just going to jump straight in. A lot of it isn't beauty related, weirdly, so yeah, it's not really a makeup related one this time, so yeah, so I'm just going to jump straight in, and the first thing that I grab is this, and this is the Glade Spray Christmas Tree Moments Spruce, Fir Needles and Eucalyptus Air Freshener, which is the longest name in the world. This is a limited edition, but it really does smell like fresh Christmas trees, and I absolutely love it. This is what my house has smelled like for the entire month, and will continue to smell like until I run out. I'm being very sparing with it because it is quite strongly scented, and I also don't want it to run out because it smells so lovely. So yeah, that is my first favourite of December. Okay, the next thing I have here is this, and this was a gift from my fiance at Christmas, and he knows how much I love one of the other Zoella body mists, and he got me the Christmas edition. This is a Snowella, which is a very funny pun. It's a cute little like china bottle with a little pom-pom. The pom-pom is a pain in the backside, but I don't want to take it off because I think it kind of ruins the overall effect. But I absolutely love it. It smells really nice. I don't know what the sort of perfume components are. I'm sure if you're like a perfumier or something you'll know. However, I am not. I do believe that this may have peach in it, like white peach, but I'm not 100%. But I really like it. It smells really clean, really girly, really sweet, and I really like it. Obviously, if you're into more sort of like spicy, heavy scents, then you probably wouldn't like this, but I really like it, and I've been wearing it a lot. The one thing I will say is, although it's a body mist, it does last quite a long time, which is quite a surprise to me, because normally body mist, you sort of spray them on and you think, oh, I'll smell good for an hour, and blah, 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 blah. But this one does actually last. It lasts more like a perfume than a body mist, so that's a win. And it's a really good value for money. I will, of course, leave everything linked in the description box, so you know where to find it. But yeah, I really love this. So I've been wearing that pretty much every day since Christmas. Okay, the next thing I have here is actually a beauty product, and this was my main gift from my fiance Wayne. He's very good at buying presents. I mean, I'm not difficult to buy for, but people that are, I always refer to him because he just knows. He knows what to get people. I don't know. For a man, he is incredibly good at gift giving. But anyway, this is what he got me for Christmas. You may have seen it in my What I Got for Christmas video. And this is the Kat Von D Chrysalis palette. I was really surprised when I got this because it's quite a lot of money, and I know that we were pretty hard up over Christmas, so I'm really surprised that he managed to get me this. I'm very much in love with it, and I've been wearing it. I've worn it a few times. I don't want to wear it too much just because, like, I don't want it to run out, which sounds really stupid, but I really don't want to end up losing a pan or something, so I'm being very careful with it. And I've worn it a few times, but it wouldn't be like my everyday thing. I mean, if you look at the shades, they're quite they're not really everyday, like, neutral shades. I mean, there are some, like, some in the middle are pretty neutral, but, like, there's purples and blues. And then there's the 3 across the top, which are also quite neutral, but I am absolutely in love with it. I love the shade names. I love everything about it. I mean, if I flip it back, I can try and show you. This one is Lifelike. This one is Lunar Lights. This one is I Need, I think, or Iniad or something. And then under that you have Tournay, you have Entombed, which is this one, you have Graphic Nature, and then the second one you have Black Milk, Melancholia, and Glasswing. Glasswing, I think, is one of my favourites. I love the name of it and everything. And then you have Transition, no, this way, Transition, Mezzanine, and Hybrid Moments. So they all have really cool names, and I love it. It's one of the best presents I've ever been given, and I'm amazed. I'm so in love. So yeah, the next 3 things I have to show you are all 4 things, are all Harry Potter related. So I'm going to get these out of the way, as I'm sure many of you who follow me on Instagram or on here, sorry, I've still got a cold and my voice is still pretty bad. As I'm sure some of you know, I am a massive Potterhead. I absolutely adore Harry Potter. I love the films, I love the books, I love everything about it. And I got this just before Christmas, and it's a time turner. I'm sure some of you don't know what that is. Basically, in The Prisoner of Azkaban, Hermione is taking like 40 lessons or something, and to get to them, because some lessons obviously overlap, she has a time turner from Professor McGonagall, which allows her to get to all of her lessons by going back in time. And they use it to save Sirius Black, Harry's godfather, from the Dementor's kiss, and they also use it to save Buckbeak the Hippogriff from being executed. I just bought this just because I thought it looks really fun. I didn't expect it actually to be as good quality as it is, considering it was like £3 on eBay, but it's actually quite solid and it's actually quite heavy. So yeah, and it just has, I got a purple one, and it's got purple sand in the hourglass, so you can turn it. And obviously then it's got the bits of the time turner, and it's got the rules of the time turner going around it, which is just don't fuck with the past, basically. And yeah, I really like it. I haven't worn it very much, but I think it's just pretty to look at. So yeah. The next Harry Potter thing is this. This was a gift from my father-in-law for Christmas, and it is the Harry Potter colouring book by Studio Press. They do a couple of these. I know there's a Fantastic Beasts one, which is really quite cool. But I really, really like this. It's a really, really detailed book. It has like stills and images from each of the films. So you have like the night baths from The Prisoner of Azkaban. You have the sorting from the Philosopher's Stone. You have like the flying car from the Chamber of Secrets. You have like the goblet from the Goblet of Fire. You know, you have pretty much an image from like every sort of film, if you like, or book, and they're incredibly well detailed. And I just do this sort of every night, sort of for 10 minutes, just to kind of wind myself down for my evening, and I find it really therapeutic and fun, and I really enjoy it. So yeah. And the third Harry Potter item that I have to show you is the book, The Deathly Hallows. This is, I think The Deathly Hallows is quite possibly one of my favourites, just because it kind of ties up all the loose ends, although you are still left with some questions. If you do love Harry Potter and you kind of want some answers to those questions, I would definitely recommend the Super Carlin Brothers. I will link them in the cards somewhere. They're absolutely amazing. So definitely give them a watch if you love Harry Potter and you like sort of conspiracy theories about it, or questions answered, etc, etc. Like, for example, does Dumbledore have a Horcrux? That's one of their most well-known theories. But yeah, anyway, I started reading this a couple of days after Christmas, and I'm already halfway through the book, so that shows you. It's not the thinnest book in the world either. It's not as big as The Order of the Phoenix or The Goblet of Fire, or The Half-Blood Prince for that matter, but still a chunk. I really like it. I know that some people would disagree with me, but I think they're really well written. I really like J.K. Rowling's writing style, and I just really love the books. So yeah, that's my favourite book of the month. I lie, I have another book. This was my Christmas present to myself. It was about £15 online, and I saw it and I couldn't resist. It was actually in Asda for like £7.50 or something, but when I got there they kind of all gone, so I ended up ordering it online, and it is the Harry Potter wand collection. Wand lore is something I'm really interested in from the books. I love the idea of wands and their magical abilities and how they choose wizards, etc, etc. And this book is actually really quite cool. It's got a lot of information about the filming and the making of the wands for the film. So people had like stunt wands, and things like that. And then it goes on to and it even has like interviews with the actors about how it was acting with wands and working with wands, etc, etc. And then it goes through and it's got individual characters and their wands. So for example, this is Ginny's wand, and it tells you a lot about the wand, sort of its core, what it's made of, what wood it's made of, its design, etc, etc. And then right at the back of the book, it has like it's got like an index of all the wands and their lengths. As I'm sure some of you can recognise, here is Hagrid's wand in his umbrella, and it's just got everybody's wands mentioned in the book and their length. And one thing that really fascinated me was the fact that Lucius Malfoy and Gilderoy Lockhart have the longest wands of anybody in the whole series. So I don't know, are they compensating for something, or maybe the wand is kind of related to how you view yourself? I don't know, but anyway, it's a really interesting book. So if you are a big Potterhead, I would definitely recommend giving this a go, because it's really interesting. It's a really fascinating book, and yeah, my Christmas present to myself. Okay, the next thing is actually a beauty product. Shock! And it is this. Again, my partner got me this for Christmas. He bought me a lot of makeup this year, I think because he knew that I kind of wanted to branch out a bit more. He got me a lot of NYX as well, which is kind of cool because I haven't tried a lot of NYX products. And it's this. This is the 3 Steps to Sculpt. It's like a little 3-part kit. This is the lightest shade they have, and you have a contour shade, you have a highlight, and you have a powder. I will say the highlight is really pretty, but it is very glittery. It's like a glittery highlight. The powder's nice, and the contour is also really lovely. It's a really lovely thing to use. Just the only downside is that the highlighter is basically glitter, but never mind, worst things happen at sea. But yeah, I really like this. It's been really good and really good fun to use. It's really easy to blend, and it is just the perfect shade for me, and I've really been enjoying using it. Okay, the next thing that I have is the eyeliner that I have been using. I have it on today, and it's been my absolute favourite, and it is the Ico Skinny Liquid Liner in black. Obviously, it's really small, so it's really nice and travel friendly. It has a felt nib, which is my preferred way of applying eyeliner. I like the pens rather than the dips or anything like that. And I'm sorry if you can hear that, it's absolutely piddling it down out there. But yeah, I've been really enjoying this. It does smudge a little, but most eyeliners do that on me anyway. But I really like it. It's really nice to use. It's kind of like, it's like slightly ergonomic. I don't know, there's something about the size of it that's just perfect for my hand to use. And it's really lovely to apply. It smooths on really nicely. It's really pigmented. It's really dark. And yeah, it's the only eyeliner I've been using for like an entire month. It's fantastic. I love it. Okay, the next thing is another present that I got for Christmas. You may have seen it in my, like I said, in my what I got for Christmas, and I got a set of 5 perfumes, or 6? 5, by Aqua Colonia. I have the other 4 lined up behind me, there. And but this is my favourite one. It is White Peach and Coriander, and I think this smells absolutely lovely. It's a really nice sort of clean scent. It's not particularly strong. Well, it is. They are they're basically component perfumes, so they're mixed. They're like base perfumes, so you use them to mix with something else, and there are like a multitude of scents, but that's my particular favorite. They are sort of like base perfumes, so they're like 2 scents. So like that one is White Peach and Coriander, and that is what you can smell. So they're sort of for layering and making different scents with, but I really enjoy them. So the next thing I have to show you is this, and I bought this on a massive whim when I was out with my mum. It was £2.50 and I couldn't resist. Look at him. He's a polar bear plant pot. Like, what more do you want? I mean, I don't even care what plant's in it. The plant is pretty, but I don't care about that. Look at the little pot. So once the plant dies, which it will, because I'm terrible at keeping plants alive, I can use this little guy for a plethora of things. I could put hairbands or something in him, I don't know. But I thought he was very cute, and I've been really enjoying just looking at him. He sits up here on my side. He sits up there, looking very cool, with his little plant sticking out of his head. And yeah, I really, really enjoy it. I like looking at him. I think he's cute, and yeah. So I'm now on sort of like the last 5 items. I'm sorry that this video is so, no, there's more than that. The last sort of few items. I'm sorry this video is so long. I'm kind of rambling a bit. I'm not really sure why. The next thing I want to show you are shoes. Shoes. I got these at the beginning of December. I really, really needed a pair of trainers. Just because I don't actually own any. I basically live in boots, and in summer I live in flip-flops. So I thought, well, it will probably be a good idea to get some trainers. I'm planning on starting to sort of exercise and work out, so it'd be really good to have some. My problem is I don't like bulky trainers. I don't like sort of Nike Airs or anything like that. These are called Nike Court Royales, and they're in navy blue. These are actually men's trainers. These aren't for women. Fortunately, they had them in my size, so that was good. But yes, these are Nike Court Royales, and they just look like this. They're incredibly comfortable. I will say, however, they are incredibly flat. So that's just a warning. But I've been wearing them pretty much every time I've gone out, apart from New Year's Eve, and they're so comfy. I wear them all the time, and they're pretty much the only shoes I've had on my feet. Okay, the next thing is actually inside this. This is my own personal brush belt. I have another one for my kit, but these are some brushes that my partner bought me, and they are in the form of wands. Like, these are freaking amazing. Like here, this is Bellatrix's wand. You have Voldemort's wand. You have, the sign of Slytherin, like the locket. There is the Elder Wand in here somewhere. There you have the Elder Wand. Hermione's, Harry's, Ron's, you have sort of all of their wands, and they're all eye makeup brushes. So you have like fluffy crease brushes and angled brushes, like angled fluffy brushes. You have tight lining brushes, you have eyelining brushes, everything you want, smudging brushes. All of it's there, and I absolutely adore these. These are just beautiful. They are made of solid metal. They are very heavy. They are by the brand Storybook Cosmetics. I'm sure you've seen. I know that Nikki Tutorials has done a video on the Beauty and the Beast Storybook Cosmetic brushes. But I think they're absolutely amazing. I really love them. I've been using them on special occasions. They're not my sort of everyday eyeshadow brushes, purely because they are very heavy. But yes. Okay, this is the last non-beauty product, and it's this. I showed you this in my what I got for Christmas video. My mum didn't actually buy this. This is sort of like an inherited gift. This was my nan's. This is about 80 years old, and I actually collect old powder compacts. So we actually had to remove the powder out of this because it was still in there. But yeah, I collect old sort of antique powder compacts. I have quite a few from sort of the 30s, and this is probably the oldest one I have. It is solid French silver. It's decorated with sort of little stars all the way across it, and it's very heavy. But this is very important. This is very sentimental to me, purely because it's my nan's. It was my nan's, who's now passed away. She passed away a couple of years ago. And the fact that it's just so old, and I'm amazed that it's lasted so long. It's awesome. Okay, the last few bits that I do have to mention are beauty products. So I will try and run through these as quickly as I can, because I realise this video is already really long. This is my favourite lip balm that I've been using. This is the Pixie by Petra lip balm. It's tinted. It is slightly scented, which I know will put some people off. It's perfect for if you kind of want to, it adds a little something, but you don't want to wear like a proper lipstick or anything. It's long lasting. It's very moisturising. It works really, really well. Very, very comfortable to wear, and it's really nice. So yeah. The next product is the mascara that I've been loving in December, and it is the MUA Amplify Statement Lash. This is what I've been wearing every day. No questions asked, no change. This is what I've been wearing. I would definitely and always recommend this mascara. It is amazing. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't transfer, it makes your eyelashes look incredible, it is cheap, it is just a winner all round. It's an all-round winner, and I would recommend it to everybody. Okay, these two bits come together, so I'm just going to chuck them together to make the video a bit shorter. And it is this. This is an AOC, which is Academy of Colour lip kit. I got this in Morrison's, curiously, and I've been wearing it quite a lot. So it's a matte liquid lipstick and a lip liner. The lip liner has been like my favourite thing to use because it's just the perfect colour. It's absolutely amazing. Lines your lips beautifully. It's really, really soft and creamy. And the lipstick itself, it's a beautiful shade. It applies really nicely. It smells really good. It's non-drying. It doesn't last very long, but it's not like proper matte, like, oh my god, I have no fluid in my body anymore sort of matte. So yeah. And the last thing in my December favourites is this. I again got this for Christmas off my partner. It looks terrifying. It looks like a weapon. However, it is not a weapon. It is actually a brow pencil, and it's what I've been wearing ever since I got it, every day. And it's sort of like an angled doodad, and it's perfect. It's soft enough to create a nice gradient, but it's not so soft that it kind of onto your eye. You know what I mean? Like kind of squishes into your eyebrow. So it's sturdy enough to, you can actually draw lines, but it's soft enough to create a nice gradient. It's the perfect colour for me. This is ash brown. It's the perfect shade. The only thing I don't like is the packaging because it's terrifying. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing, and I shall leave it linked down below. So that is the end, finally, of my December favourites. I'm sorry there's been so much stuff in it. But yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed it. And I will see you on Thursday for my next video. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a big thumbs up and press the big red subscribe button to see some more of me, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Bye bye!